I about pricing. All right. Are we going to have John on the camera? Perfect. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay. So
can we pin John as well, please? Thank you. Sorry about that.
Are you guys manning the letting people in? Who's doing that?
I got this. I'll take care of that. I just need Michael to pin you as a speaker and start the recording as he did. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah. So this session will be recorded, will be on our private agent YouTube and also school and our platform. I know that we have 17,000 homes for sale right now. So who has a listing that they can't sell? Put up their hand. Okay. Who doesn't have a listing? You need to take a listing. Tina, come on. So you set the appointment and you pre-qualify. You ask all those questions, right? You find out their motivation, you find out their time frame, and here you are at the listing presentation. They are motivated, they have a very specific time frame. Okay, the motivation level is an 8. They're gonna sell, right? Now it's your job to price it correctly in order to get it sold. And the sooner you price it, the sooner you get it sold. So this is what I'm going to talk about today. My intention is to equip you with thoughts and actionable scripts where you can use to get the listing price right so we can get it sold faster. Does that sound good? Yes or no?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. So Mr. and Mrs. Seller, now that we've seen all the prices out there, the ones that are recently sold or are currently on the market competing against you, what price do you feel we should use to create value in the eyes of the buyer so we can get the buyer to buy your home versus the competition? Well, you know, this and that. Now that you've seen these prices, I'm going to recommend a price of $1.5 million. Will you, Michael, list your home with me for that price tonight? Go ahead, give me an objection.
I'll have to talk to my wife.
Your wife is right here. That's too low. Your house is worth 1.7. Okay. Now, Katerina, you did say that you wanted to get to POCO by November 30th. Is that still the goal and the time frame?
Can wait.
You can wait. Okay, tell me more about that.
Well, you know, we're gonna miss the school year anyways.
You're gonna miss the school year. Okay. So you don't mind going until next year. Okay,
When I
great.
get a good price.
Okay, when you get a good price for your house, and you know what the good news is? I'm here to get you the best price for your house. Does that sound good? In order to get the best price, Katerina, may I make a suggestion? Let's go ahead and price it at 1.5 million so we can drive enough traffic and exposure to get you potentially, not always, 1, if not 2, if not 3 offers on the table. Would you want that for yourself and Michael? Okay, great. Let's go ahead and sign the contract. Okay, give me another objection.
Our commission's too high.
Commission's too high. Okay, we're talking about pricing today, so fuck you. Okay, great. But we'll handle it, we'll handle it. Michael, I understand you want to net the most money possible. Is that correct?
That's right.
Yes, sir. And you know what the good news is?
Mhm.
I'm going to go ahead and work for free until you get exactly what you and Katerina want. And if I don't sell your home for the price that you want, the highest price that the buyer is willing to pay, I don't get paid at all. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and sign the contract so I can get you and Katerina what you guys want and in the time you want and move into POCO. Let's go ahead and sign. Okay, there's something else. Anybody else? Go ahead. See, I want to lead up to, you know, actually getting that contract signed, but there's going to be objections, right?
What if we don't get the price we want? What if we list it at 50 and don't get like 7?
Okay, perfect.
0.7?
So if you don't get the price that you want, how much do I get paid?
You don't get.
I don't get paid, and you don't achieve your goals. Now, based on the comparables that I've recently sold or are currently on the market, would you agree? Do you understand, based on the market right now, that is your best chance in getting you to POCO on time?
Well, our house is more special than the one you showed us.
I agree with that too. I want you to get 1.7. In fact, Masood, I want you to get $2 million. Now, based on what the reality is telling us, do you believe that the buyer will pay you 1.7 and all your neighbors have proven that they have failed miserably at 1.5 million. What do you think is your best chance? Pricing at 1.7 or 1.5?
1.5.
1.5, let's go ahead and sign the contract. You see, I'm trying to play it up a little bit. I'm extra strong. I'm not gonna be like that on the real listing presentation, but I'm trying to drive a point here. Okay? You have to be straightforward in delivering that. Okay? You have to point back to the comparables and tell them the truth about the market. Not here's what I think we should do. Right? And when it doesn't sell, who do they point the fingers at? Right? Masood, based on the comparables and the reality, what do you think we should do? Okay, great. That's a great one. Who else? Who else? Give me an objection.
Okay, I give you
Okay.
one. Well, we purchased the property at a higher price. Now if we sell, we will lose 200,000
Okay.
based on your recommendation.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's absolutely what's going to happen. Now, can you afford to take the $200,000 loss in order to achieve your wife's goals? Or would you like to stay here with your wife for the next 5 years? What would you prefer?
Well, that make me feel really pain right now.
Yeah, so guys, you have to dig into the
Yeah.
pain, right? If there's enough pain, they'll take the action. We talked about this last week.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what you pay for it. It matters what the buyers are paying for properties right now around your area. And if you aren't willing to sell at that price, your property won't sell. So I have to give you an ultimatum. It's either you lose money or you're gonna stay here. And I'm here for the next 10, 15, 20 years in real estate. I'd be happy to help you if you want to wait for another 2, 3, 5 years. Does that sound fair, Frank? Yeah.
Well, in that case, maybe we will wait.
Okay,
See when the
perfect.
market, improves.
Fantastic, and I will definitely wait with you. Okay, so this type of conversation, I will not be doing it in person. I will do it during pre-qualification. Right? And if they say, I'm not gonna sell at 1.5. If you think my house is worth 1.5, I can wait for 5 years, definitely. And I'm gonna wait with you. Okay? I'm not gonna try to convince you to sell at a lower price when you don't need to. Again, guys, remember the 7 Ds. If they don't have a motivation level more than 8, right now, you're probably gonna sit on the market because they won't listen to the reality.
But would you still go meet them in person or only over the phone? Would you still make that connection with?
When
them?
you set the appointment.
Yeah.
They have some sort of motivation to sell, whoever they are, expired listings for sale by owners, past clients, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you, Tina, tomorrow at 5 o'clock, you and Sohail. Before I come out, I want to make sure that I'm fully prepared so we can make our meeting super efficient, maybe 15 or 20 minutes, including the paperwork. So in order to do that, I have a couple of questions for you. Do you have some time right now? Okay, great. If what I say makes sense and you feel comfortable and confident that I can actually get your home sold for you and Sohail and get you to POCO, are you ready to go ahead and sign the contract tomorrow?
Yeah.
Perfect. And are you guys interviewing more than one agent for the job of selling your home?
Maybe one more.
Maybe one more? Okay, great. What do you think is going to be the deciding factor in knowing that you have the best agent for the job of selling your home?
We can sell it. Higher price.
Whoever can get you the most money possible. You want to know the good news right now?
Yeah.
I'm that guy. I'm gonna make it real easy for you when I see you. Sound fair? Okay, great. And just so we're all clear, you guys are moving to POCO, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you have to be there by the end of November 30th. Is that correct?
Okay, yeah.
Perfect. Now, is there an option for you guys not to sell the home and still achieve your goals in moving to POCO?
No,
No. So you must
sell before we.
sell before you buy. And if you don't achieve your goals of, you said 1.7 million,
Yeah.
would you still sell to move? Or would you simply stay?
I think we'll stay.
Okay, great. Then I would probably at this point ask a few more questions and find out if they don't have to go, I'm not going. I don't have to go to the appointment. I'm qualifying them as much as they're qualifying me. Is that fair?
Many times is that until you meet them in person, you will not find out the truth why they want to sell and what's the time. Because over the phone, they can not tell you the whole story.
No, that's based on your skill, Frank. Yeah, so you need to ask more questions. Yeah,
So if I meet them in person, show them the comparables and, I'm still hoping that maybe once I meet them in person, that 1.7 would turn into 1.5.
maybe 1.7. No, you do that on the phone.
Yeah.
You do that on the phone, but you don't dig the price on the phone. You dig the
Yeah.
motivation on the
Yeah.
phone. Tell me more about POCO. What's important about POCO? And if you move to POCO, how is that going to improve you and your Sohail's life? Okay, and if you
John?
don't get the price, go ahead.
We have some comments on the Zoom side, so let's
Okay.
address them as well. If you can take a look at the comments in there, in my opinion, most of these can be addressed during the pre-qualification. And should be addressed during pre-qualification. But if you can just hover over and respond, guys,
Yeah.
whoever put those questions, feel free to go off the mute and ask John.
Good. Yeah, no, I need to think about it, yeah. Yeah, and you know, we're gonna let you sleep on this, Doran. So what we're gonna do right now is go ahead and sign the contract. Contingent based upon your approval within 24 hours. Can I share with you what I mean? You have no obligations right now. You get to think about it overnight, but sign it right now. Right? And tomorrow when I call you 9 a.m., if you say it's a go, we're gonna go ahead, right? And begin marketing the property right away. And if you say, you know what, we changed our mind, I'm gonna go ahead and rip up the contract. Sound good? See, all we need to do is simply sign the contract so I can help you get what you want in the time you want. Won't that be great? Okay, I need to think about it. We've done a lot of renovations and spent so much money, so we're looking to get more than 1.5 million. Yeah, I understand, right? You put a lot of money into the home. And once again, if you knew that you had to sell for less than 1.5 million in order to achieve your goals to go to POCO by November 30th, would you do it? Because that's what the market is indicating, okay? Your neighbors have done just as many renovations as your home. Now, based on this one right here, Pavneet, is it better than your home, same as your home, worse than your home? Okay, let's just say it's the same. And look at how long it's been on the market. 180 days. And they priced it at what? 1.7 million. Can you afford to still be here 6 months from now, Pavni? No. May I make a suggestion? Let's go ahead and price it at 1.5 so we can get you to POCO on time. Sound good? Good. All right. Prices are low. Market is slow. Let's wait until next year. Yeah, we can certainly do that. Let me ask you a question. Are you buying up or buying down? Right? And if he says buying up, it's a perfect time. Can I share with you what I mean, Michael?
Sure.
If you're selling for 1.5, it used to be 1.7 million 2 years ago, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. However, what are you buying in POCO?
Want to buy a house with a pool.
House with a pool. That right now I'm looking at, it's $2.2 million,
Damn.
right? However, you can get that house for $2 million today, which means you're going to be a wash or even perhaps coming out on top and getting more equity when you buy up. See, when the delta makes sense, when you're moving up, you're actually making money. So you tell me, if I sell your house at 1.7, you're going to actually pay 2.4 million about 2 years from now. What would you prefer?
I guess now it's better, right?
Now it's better if you're upgrading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, good to son.
Okay, great. See, Doran, if you say prices are too low, market is slow, I agree with that, okay? Let's wait until next year. We can always wait. Let me ask you a question. What's important about getting the home sold? Right? And if you knew that it would benefit you more for your family situation to sell it this year rather than next year, would you do it? And if you knew the price is not what you want, it's never what they want, by the way. It's never high enough. You sell it for multiple offers, they still aren't happy, right? So it doesn't really matter. It's what the buyers are willing to pay and what the seller is willing to sell. So if you knew that you had to sell it at 1.4 in order to get you to POCO, would you do it? If not, that's okay. I'm gonna wait with you. I'm gonna be in business for the next 10, 15, 20 years. Sound good? Click, bye-bye, next. Hello, when do you plan on moving? 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 Doesn't matter. It's a numbers game. Doran, play the numbers game, sir. All right, so,
One more from me.
okay,
So many question came into me on pricing. We do have a seller that wants to sell their property eventually, but they don't have to move anywhere, and their sale is not dependent on making any other moves. They are okay with it being in the market, no problem. They have no rush, as always. They say, "I have no rush. I'm not desperate." Would you be still taking that listing at, let's say, at $100,000 more than what it's supposed to be, if they're okay with it
$100,000
standing in the
what
market?
price point, Axel? $100,000 more in what price point?
I know where you're going with this. So I want to make my question more toward a higher price listing in any price point. Would you still be taking a higher price point listing than what it's supposed to be, while you know that the sellers are actually okay with it being on the market and they set the expectation on that?
Okay, great. You know, I'm here to serve you and not to talk you into doing anything or price it at any price. And you know what the best time to sell is, Axel?
Tell me, sir.
It's actually when you don't need to sell. Let's go ahead and put it on the market, right, at the higher price, knowing that if you are okay waiting for the price to catch up to what you want for a prolonged period of time, doing showing after showing, open house after open house to get you to what you want. If it takes a year, would that be okay with you, Axel?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and sign the contract for 2 years so we can get you what you want in the time you want. Won't that be great?
Let's do it.
No, common sense says if I say that, they usually will say, you know what, I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah, that would have been a very unusual situation. I just wanted for everyone to see
But
how
you
we
have to
handle the longer set of contracts.
You have to utilize common sense. Like I said, 100,000 based on what price point? If it's 3.1 million versus 3 million, I'm gonna take it. Right?
Yeah.
And likely you're gonna get an offer, and if you get an offer, if I put in front of you 2.95 million, we're listed at 3.1 million. Do you think you're gonna consider that offer? You're likely gonna consider it. It's different when people put it on paper. Right? But here's the thing, if you price it too high, if it's 20% above the market, you price it too high, you're not gonna get offers, you got nothing to work with. So that's why I say 100,000 based on what price point.
Yes.
If it's 3%, forget about it. And 100,000 is 3.3% on 3 million. That's nothing. Right? We had our listing, 4 offers on the table, 3.14. They wanted a price reduction of 100K. You're like, oh my God, 100K, but on 3 million, that's 3.3%. The seller was like, okay, let's go do it. Right?
Mhm.
But if it's 100,000 on 800,000, you're like, no way. I'm not doing that. Make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Axel, does that help? Or are you telling me to fuck off? Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't take any listings this year because of the price.
How
And
far
we're
off were
still-
you?
Still on the market.
Yeah.
Still haven't sold.
Yeah, a lot of times you want to be the second wife on that listing.
Yeah.
Right, if you're the second wife on the listing, they know they fucked up on the first time, on the first wife. Okay, just like you, right? I hope you don't fuck up the second wife. Some of us don't get it the first time. It's okay. It's okay. Sellers usually don't make the first
Hurting
try.
everyone.
You know what? Yeah. So you know they're still on the market. They're not sold because they made a mistake in the pricing, and the agent made a mistake in taking the listing. Therefore, they're like twirling their thumbs. They're like, when am I gonna get paid? And you don't want that, do you, Michael? Taking an overpriced listing, twirling your thumbs. When am I gonna get paid? Okay, so now we'll move on to this, Axel. Now that we've signed the listing, I'm gonna say thank you so much, guys, for the opportunity to serve you guys. I'm gonna work my butt off in order to get you the most money possible from the market, okay? One of 3 things will happen in the next 3 weeks May I share them with you right now quickly? Okay, perfect. Number one is we're gonna get a lot of showings, a lot of people coming through, and people are gonna make us an offer or multiple offers. And you're gonna accept one and the property will be sold. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Perfect. And we can get you to POCO on time and everything will be good. Number two scenario is we're gonna get 6 or more showings in the first 3 weeks on the market. But we're not gonna get any offers. The market then is indicating that we need to adjust the price by 5% minimum. Okay. Number three scenario is if we get 6 or less showings, meaning nobody's calling, nobody wants to come see the home based on the price we listed. Within 3 weeks, we're gonna have to adjust the price based on what the market is telling us by 10% minimum. I'm gonna go ahead and communicate with you every single day for the next 3 weeks to let you know what the buyers are saying about the price we have set for your home. Does that sound fair? And if needed, when we need to adjust the price, are you guys willing to do what it takes in order to get the property sold?
Yeah.
Okay,
I
great.
think we should stage it rather than reduce the price.
You think you should stage it? Yeah, we're gonna stage it right off the get-go. Right? We're gonna virtually stage it. We're gonna properly stage it physically. We're gonna do everything we can. We're
Should we
gonna-
do all the photos too?
100%, 100%, Katarina. You see this 25-point plan of action right here, Katarina? We're gonna go ahead and implement and execute every single point. And I'm gonna report to you after I've done every single point in the next 3 weeks. Okay? And that's a promise. I'm gonna actually do it, right? And once we do it, Michael, and it's not sold, we know there's only one reason, because your house, would you agree, is in phenomenal condition?
That's right.
Yes? You like your house, don't you, Michael?
Absolutely.
Okay. Number two is the marketing we're gonna cover all over social media, all over all the websites. We even have e-media links, which gets us over the China firewall. Did you know that?
Really?
We're gonna get you 40,000 clicks immediately in China. Sound good?
Mhm.
So that means that the condition is good, the marketing will be phenomenal, and I'm gonna go ahead and talk to 30 people per day looking for buyers for your home. And that's a promise. And then I'm gonna report to you every single day, Michael. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
And when we execute all 25 points and the property's not sold, there's only one reason, the price. Does that sound fair? Because our marketing plans work 100% of the time. When it doesn't work, it's the price. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, no matter how uncomfortable it is, every single week about the price we have set for your home. Permission to tell you the truth always?
Yeah.
Perfect. Sound good. I'm gonna go ahead and pack up now and I'm gonna be in touch with you tomorrow for your first report. Sound good? Okay, does that help, Axel?
It's perfect, and I want to highlight what you just said as summary for people that they just joined. What John just did, he went through a listing presentation after the pre-qualification and set the right pricing for that property. But he did not take an ownership for that pricing by setting a right expectation for the next conversation to come based on time versus price. That's up until now. Let's move forward.
Okay. Thank you, Axel. And we actually include the pricing strategy versus time in our pre-listing package. We also include the listing amendment form on paper. So when they see it in the pre-listing package, what is this, John? This is the listing amendment form to sign off on when you need to adjust the price in order to achieve your goals. Any other questions before we sign the contract? Okay, great. So we have a document here and Axel did it up beautifully. Every single day, you need to communicate with the seller, at least for the first 2 weeks, at least. And in this type of market right now, I'm gonna call Katarina and say, hi, Katarina, it's John, how's it going? Good. Did you like the pictures online? We just went live yesterday.
Good.
Pretty good, so, yeah, okay.
Virtual staging can be better, John.
Virtual staging can be better. Yes, I agree, okay? So we have gotten a few hits online. I'm gonna send you all the statistics. I've gone ahead and talked to 30 people already today, all my past clients center of influence that are living in your area. I've contacted them all. The feedback has been great. So we're gonna look forward to your first showing. And our first showing, we always list our properties on the Monday, guys, and we do the open house on Saturday to Sunday. And Saturday, Sunday open house still work for you and Michael?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Do you have any questions for me right now?
What kind of stats are you sharing with the sellers?
So what I'm gonna share with you are immediately the MLS stats of how many people have viewed it, how many people have favorited the property, how many emails have been sent from agents to their clients about your property. And you're gonna see that as we go. Okay, so no other questions?
What other stats are you including? That's just through.
That's just through MLS. I'm gonna do
What
that,
about,
yeah.
like, Realtor.ca?
Realtor.ca, we do that weekly. Yeah, we have all the stats, all the hits, everything that we have. eXp Luxury, they give us all the stats on all the platforms, right? And then we send this to the seller on a weekly basis. But I'm gonna tell you, first day, this is what I did. Day 2, hey, Michael, good news, it's John, how's it going?
Not bad.
Good. We have our first showing request and we're gonna push it to the open house. So that's one private call. I'm gonna mark it down right now. And the feedback has been great online. I already told Katerina yesterday. Michael, do you have any questions for me right now?
Not really.
Oh, by the way, I already talked to 30 people per day promoting your home. And the feedback has been great. By the way, you know, while I have you on the phone, Michael, I know you're probably talking to a lot of family and friends right now about selling your home. Have you come across any other friends or family that I also may be able to help?
Not yet.
Not yet?
I'll let you
Okay,
know.
okay. So would you let me know and then connect me in a text when you do?
Absolutely. If you
Fantastic,
still
Michael.
at home.
Yes, absolutely. You know what the good news is? I want to earn your business for life and your family and friends. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Thank you, Michael. Day 3, Katerina, it's John. Feedback has been great. I have already talked to 30 people per day promoting your home. I'm always on the phone looking for buyers for my sellers and looking for sellers for my buyers. Do you have any questions for me today? Day 4. Hi, Michael. I've already talked to 30 people today. The feedback has been great. We already have another showing. Do you have any questions for me today? Guys, can you understand that after a week, they're going to be like, this guy's fucking legit. He's not fucking around, is he? They're going to be like, this guy's professional. What do you think by day 14, if you need a price adjustment, what are you going to say? Michael, what are you going to say? We have 6 showings, perhaps 10 showings. We had a great open house, 20 groups through, but we have no offers. Michael, do you have any questions for me?
No. What's happening on the market?
What's happening? Go ahead.
But you said the feedback has been great.
The feedback has been great, yeah. And nobody's made an offer, which is even worse. Right? You know what that means, Michael?
Mhm.
That the buyers say that it's great. However, they've gone ahead and bought other homes, which means that they're seeing more value elsewhere. We can't do anything about that except for adjust based on what the other guys are doing. Okay? So I'm gonna circle back to your motivation. So let's say this is day 21 right now, day 21. Michael, it's John, how's it going?
How come you haven't sold a home?
Yeah, you know, that's exactly what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to circle back to you and Katerina. Is going to POCO by November 30th still the goal and the time frame?
We are flexible,
You're flexible?
right,
Okay.
boss?
Okay, great. So if you are flexible, and that's great, the best way to sell your home is to be flexible. And that's exactly what I wanted to bring up, because after 3 weeks, remember our pricing strategy versus time, we've had 10 showings in the past 21 days. However, we have not gotten an offer. So Michael and Katerina, we have a couple of choices, and the choice is always up to you. Based on the market, what it's telling us, the home is not sold, we must make adjustments. It just simply comes down to how much. And remember, there's 3 scenarios. Right now, luckily, we belong to the 5% bracket, which Right now, we're listed at 1.5 million, and 5% is 75%, $75,000 adjustment. Are you guys willing to do what it takes to get the home sold, to get to POCO?
Thoughts?
No? Okay. Now, tell me more about that. You want 1.7? Okay, so I might fire Katerina for sure. I wouldn't even sign the listing. If you must have 1.7, you know, based on the reality of the market is at 1.5, I'm not gonna take the listing.
Yeah.
You don't have to take every listing. So let's just say you do want to get to POCO by November 30th, right? And the choice is up to you. So 1.425 is what we need to do in order to get the property properly priced, so we're number one in the market. Okay? So are you guys willing to go ahead and do it right now? Give me the permission to go ahead and adjust 1.425.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, great. Let's go ahead and sign. Okay? So go ahead.
What if you list it like at the tail end of the summer and August is gonna be a shit month?
Yeah.
Like, would you just wait? Like terminate August 31st, relist, give it another 30 days at the same price, and if still no offers, then reduce?
No. I wouldn't, but here's the thing. It's always based on what the seller wants. Some sellers would say, I'm not in a rush, let's take a 1-week break. Sure. But if they say, no, we got no time, okay, let's go ahead and relist the property at the new price. We'll do that.
Yeah, they have time.
They have time, then sure. It's always based on what the sellers want, right? I can't, there's no magic here. Go ahead, Frank.
Yeah, so for your previous teaching, you mentioned that we do not convince the client.
Yes.
But what I have been observing you are talking to, it is very nice to talk the way that very confidently, but we are convincing the client, you have to reduce the price. So rather than let the client to be the driver's seat, we try to be the driver's seat. And the market fluctuates. So how, I feel there's some kind of like conflict here.
No,
How do you feel like not convincing, but you are still in the driver's seat?
it's not convincing at all, guys. Today, Richard Verdugo said, persuasion is having the seller or the buyer discovering it for themselves. They're gonna convince themselves to do it based on what you recommend. Now, I have to recommend, you may or may not say yes. But if I say, you know what? Based on the comparables, Frank, and based on the buyer feedback, this is what we'll need to do. Now, based on your motivation and time frame, what would you like to do? Number one choice is we can certainly adjust the price. Number two choice is you can stay status quo, do nothing. Obviously, it has shown to us that doing nothing changes. But number three, if your plans have completely changed and you must have 1.7, Katerina, we can always take it off the market and wait until the market catches up to your price. Based on your goals and your time frame, what would you like to do, Frank? I'm asking you, right? I'm not convincing you. You must do this, right? I'm asking you. So what would you like to do based on the three options?
But still, you are talking about the price, okay? Anything you talk about eventually is the point to the price.
Point to the price,
Yeah,
yeah.
to the price, okay? So if I want to achieve my goal, the only way is reduce the price. You are convincing me to reduce the price.
Providing, guys, providing that the market has been done correctly. The condition of the home is phenomenal. And number three, accessibility. There are some certain problems that a tenanted property, those are the things that are hurdles that might stop it from selling. But everything else being equal, price is the only issue.
But the issue here is that, okay, you know the market. I don't know market so well within 2 to 3 weeks. So for me to be educated to accept, to trust or whatever you say, take time. My client telling me, give me a month before I see the market. Really, there's no showing, there's no offer.
So this
Then
is
I
great,
will
this is great,
reduce
this is
price.
great. I'm gonna set the frame right now for you guys. Frank, I understand that, we've been on the market now for 21 days. You still need some time to really understand the market, right? Okay. May I share with you what has been happening in the marketplace right now? Okay. Most of our listings in our inventory, we have 65 listings right now. Most of them are going through second, if not third price adjustments just to get it sold. 27% of our listings are going through that right now, and some of them have completely been taken off. I'm just giving you the stats based on what we know this year. You know what the good news is, Frank? The good news is that once the sellers figured out that they need to adjust the price and they actually adjust quickly based on our recommendation, you know what happens? They get it sold and for more than if they waited 2, 3, 4 times. What would you like to do based on what we know? Number 1, adjust the price. Number 2, stay status quo. Number 3, take it off the market. What would you like to do?
Well, if you, what you described to me is true, I will adjust price, but I.
It's
don't-
not true, it's not true or false.
Yeah.
It's just what's happening. It's not right or wrong.
It's, we have to mention it to our clients, that if you do it quickly, rather than doing 3, 4 times.
Yes.
That's hard.
Have to do it, because it happened to us, and I
Yeah.
was gonna mention to you that your clients, if you put it, ask them. They may say, okay, what about we wait another couple of weeks, but the market may change, it might get worse.
But what
Right?
happened? the
Yeah.
market
So,
turns around?
so here's the thing, You wanna set the frame, and before you set the frame of, we need to adjust the price 2 to 3 times in order to get the property sold, and the ones that do quickly get the most money possible, right? You want to ask them, Frank, what are you understanding about the market right now? Get them to tell you, guys, get them to tell you, what are you understanding about the market right now?
Well, we don't know, we listen to what you are telling me, but for me, it's like a too short time to make a decision.
Okay,
What happened? You telling me the market going down, what happened, the market turn around?
let me ask you this though. What do you see as in the market right now? Is the prices going down quickly or prices going up quickly?
In the news, all about this market going down.
Okay, perfect. And based on the comparables that I'm showing you and all the statistics that are clearly indicating, what do you think about the market right now?
Well, going down.
Going down, okay. He said it, I didn't.
Yeah.
The
Then that's
going
different
down.
story.
Right.
I admit it. that-
Based on what you said, okay, and based on what our clients are experiencing, 27% of the time we need to adjust the price 2 to 3 times, if not more, in order to get the property sold. The good news is, see the magic words, the good news is when you adjust quickly and ahead of the market, you're gonna get the most amount that the buyer is willing to pay and ahead of the market. The more you wait, the less you get. The choice is up to you. Again, the choice is up to you, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. Number 1, adjust the price. Number 2, stay status quo. Number 3, take it off the market. I'm unattached to the outcome. You have to be so matter of fact, but you need to know your stats every single week.
Yes.
You need to do your job updating the seller every single day. Michael does a good job of that. Do you have any questions for me today? This is what I did today. Do you have any questions for me? If you do that every single day, most of the time, if you actually did that every single day, Michael, day 21, they're gonna be like, Michael, how much do I need to adjust? I know you've done your job. You've been busting your chops. I mean, listen, like you talk to 30 people every single day. You give me the feedback every single day. Tell me what I need to do, Michael. How much do I need to adjust the price in order to get it sold? They're gonna come back at you and ask if they are motivated. If they're not, they're gonna be like, I want 1.7. And you're gonna be like, why? And then you're gonna be like, I don't have no money because you chose the wrong seller. It's your fault. Huh, go ahead.
I want to address something about what
Frank.
Frank said regarding convincing. I think you should have the convincing feel a little bit, because as a professional, it's like when you go to a doctor, they give you recommendation and they kind of convince you what to do. Same as real estate agent, when you go to a client, they don't know anything about market, so you're the one giving them stats, not pushing them, but you have to have the confidence and giving them feeling that I know what I'm doing, and what I'm telling you is true. That's what's happening in the market by showing some comparables, and this is what's going to happen if you don't give them the feeling of convincing. They not convincing, but if you don't give them that you know what you're doing, they get the feeling that maybe you're not, and like.
If I may I jump in there, John? Is okay? I think there is a little bit of a misunderstanding right there. So convincing comes from the word conviction, and the act that you are doing as a salesperson, as their guidance, as their advisor, is to give them enough information so for them to digest this information and make the right decision. Now, if they make the right decision or not making the right decision, they are convinced the way they are. You're not there to convince them. You are there to give them advice. Hoping there is a little bit of a definition difference in here that is understood in here, Mateen. There's a difference. Yes,
Yeah,
at the
100%.
end, if they are saying that I am convinced with what we're going forward with this decision, it wasn't your intention to convince them. It was your intention to guide them and advise them to make the right decision. That's all. There's a little bit of a distinction here.
Thank you for bringing that up, Teen. And I do, you have to be a convincing person. Go to a great salesperson and ask a lot
John,
of questions.
Sorry, we're. I think we have to switch around your mic. Your mic is not working right now.
I think it's because you want to close, right? So you have to be convinced here if you want to close.
Yeah. Does that help, Axel?
Perfectly.
Is it
Yes.
good?
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so what I want to say is that you do have to be a convincing person. In order to be a convincing person, which equals to a great salesperson, it means that great salespeople ask a lot of great questions. Great salespeople listen to those answers intently with the intention of listening to understand, not listening so we can respond quickly, try to close and convince them. There's a difference, right? I hope you guys understand that. And, okay, convincing is your prescription as a doctor. But prescription without proper diagnosis is simply malpractice. So, I think you're trying to give the prescription without asking a lot of questions and know where their pain is. This pain right here, tell me more. How much does it hurt? When does it hurt? What spots does it hurt? Okay, based on what you told me, may I make a suggestion, a prescription? Okay, good. Right, but I'm asking questions first. Here's the prescription to your pain, but I must find out the pain. That's not convincing. That's solving a problem. Go ahead.
Are you sure in the next 3 to 6 months, the market is going down before I make a price adjustment? How do I answer?
Yeah. So what are your thoughts? Do you think it's going to go up or down?
Well, I show the chart. I said up to today, we see what's going on. And the trend is this. But I cannot guarantee. I mean, anything could happen. What happened second day, the market, because of some incident, market still turn around.
Okay. I would ask it this way. So Frank, are you willing to take a risk? Right? How much of a risk taker are you?
Okay, and that's it.
Okay. So you can stay here at this price. We don't know whether it's going to go up or down. But the trends are telling us, is it going up or down right now? Okay. And do you feel that this is more of a short-term thing or a long-term trend that is going down right now?
I feel it's a long-term.
Long-term trend. Okay, great. And then it comes back to really how much of a risk taker are you? Are you willing to stay at this price, do nothing, and have the market go down farther? Or would you like to get ahead of the market and not get chased down by the market? Over and over.
What's your advice? You are my advisor. What's your advice?
You know what, Frank? You know what I would tell you if you were my brother or my dad, Frank? You have to adjust the price now, sir. I'm not kidding. Well, I've been in the market 20 years, and in the last 3 years have been the worst in the last 38 years. Did you know that? And I don't say this to try to scare you, but to let you know exactly what happened. And so if you want to keep it at this price, I'm with you. However, you did say you want to go to POCO by November 30th. Is that still the goal? Based on that goal, let's go ahead and adjust the price so we can get the property sold. Wouldn't that be great? Any other questions? Last one before we go. Go ahead.
I think as realtors, we should always have the mindset of closing for everything we say. Like every conversation should be aligned with closing the deal, or sometimes you just give advices that is.
Say more about that. The question was, should we have the mindset of closing on every single transaction, every single conversation? Say more about that.
So a few years back when I took this sales, previous this role, the mentor there mentioned that anything you say as a salesperson should be trying to close a deal, even if you're in pre-qualifying stage. The question should be in a way that you're closing the client.
Yes.
So is that the same
Yeah.
thing in real estate? Like I try to do this thing when I go to any, even if it's a listing preview, any question I ask or any recommendation I
Yeah.
say usually ends up with a question that helps me closing the deal.
Yeah. Closing the deal. Always be closing. This is the boiler room mentality and phrase and methodology, right? I want you to think of it this way, because I want to close, I want to close, I want to close, I want to close. What type of energy is that right now? It's a little bit too aggressive, right? It's a little bit commission breath, right? So what you want to do is, my intention on everything I say during this conversation is to help you get exactly what you want, because sales is getting what other people want. Sales is solving a problem for somebody who has a problem. I'm there to ask more questions to identify the pain and the problem. And if I have the right prescription, the right solution for you, we can do business together. If I don't have the right solution and the prescription, I can't cure your pain. There's no sale. There's no helping you. Make sense? All right.
Yeah, well, that's why we have lots of competition from other realtors. So if you do not close the sale, you may leave the door for somebody else to come in, and then you lose the opportunity.
Okay, let's close. All right, Frank. So based on what I've shown you today, do you feel I can sell your home? Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and sign the contract.
If you don't sign it, you walk out.
You have to ask for the sale. Yes, you do have to ask for the sale. It's not like you're gonna say, okay, I'm showing you the CMA, I've shown you my marketing package. I'll see you guys later. I'll see you guys tomorrow. No, wait, I'll wait for that call tomorrow. Call me tomorrow, would you? Call me tomorrow. No, they won't call you. So based on what we know right now, what I've shown you, do you feel confident and comfortable that I can sell your home? Okay, great. So, like I said in the very beginning, I'm going to make this decision very easy for you. Let's go ahead and sign the contract. And be calm about it. Be confident about it. I've shown you everything. I've talked to you 1,000,000 times before I actually saw you. I've shown you the pre-listing package. I pre-qualified 100% of the questions. I know you're motivated. I know you have a time frame. The next is simply asking for the sale. That's ABC. Always be closing. With that, everybody stand up. Everybody stand up and repeat after me. I'm a great listing agent. I'm a great listing agent. I price properties correctly so they sell.
I list properties
So
correctly.
they
for
I
resale.
ask for price reductions with intention.
I asked for talking with intention.
I'm here to help people.
I'm here to help
Here to help people.
Plus B equals C.
ABC.
See,
Talk to people.
Talk to people.
Payments. I'm making.
I love making money.
I solve the problem.
I solve problems.
I succeed no matter what.
I succeed no matter what.
Thanks. My mindset is strong.
All day long. My mind is strong all day long. Let's go.
Guys, hope that's enough energy for you to go through your weekend.
Yes, sir. Thanks so much. Appreciate you always. Thanks, everybody. Have a great day. Take care.